Good afternoon and welcome. It's Les Hill, dealing with integrity, your integrity coach from Less is More Coaching. And this afternoon, we are going to have a conversation about the integrity of follow-up and what does that look like? This is one of those topics. Well, first of all, it's got me squirming. It's got me with what I would call a little bit of sweaty palms, because for me, I'm somebody that sometimes is not very good at follow-up. What happens? What do people think? How long is too long? Well, how quickly do we have to text back in this society, in this day and age, when this little bad boy right here goes off and people want immediate response? How is that showing up for people? Well, the question is, this is the discussion, and I would love any feedback. Love to hear from any of you that are watching. If you happen to see this, what's your expectation? I'm going to give you a few tips about what I believe are pretty good expectations, and I would love to hear comments from those of you that also have comments and feedback. For me, when you get a phone call, if you can't answer the phone call and you happen to be able to, without being distracting or looking at your phone in the middle of a meeting, most of the cell phones of today have what I call beautiful, courteous reply messages. Hey, I'm driving right now is one that's automatic. So for those of you that have teenagers that are just learning to drive, I highly recommend setting that up so that the minute they are in drive mode in their car, that phone is texting back, hey, I'm driving and I'll call you when I stop. For those of the rest of us, a lot of times when I'm not able to answer the phone, what you can do is you can send a message saying, hey, send me a text message and a good time to call you back. Is one of the pre-programmed messages I have. There are 3 pre-programmed messages on my iPhone. Second one is, I'll call you right back in a few minutes. And then really make up whatever you'd like. I'm busy, I'll get back to you when I can, is another good one. For me, phone calls within 24 hours to be able to reconnect with the person is generally considered good business etiquette, Monday through Friday. If it happens on Friday, somebody calls, usually 24 hours, skips Saturday and Sunday and includes Monday. That is a good way and a good plan for integrity on phone calls. As for texts are a little bit of an anomaly. Some people have an expectation when a text comes through, you're going to reply immediately. Like, come on, why aren't you replying? I texted you. It's instant. You should be able to look at your phone, take a peek, even in the middle of whatever you're doing, whether it's a Zoom, whether it's a meeting, whatever it is. Text back is kind of expected. Well, I don't agree. I disagree. Texting for me is not as urgent as a phone call. And therefore, within 24-hour period is also extremely within etiquette. Emails, here's the conundrum with emails. Some people may be away from the office, out of communication. Now, for those of you, if you do go on vacation, by the way, with texting and phone, leave a message. It says, hey, I'm out of town. Please leave a message. And if there's no room available, give me a call back next week. I'll be back in town. Texting, same thing. Have an auto text reply set up. Emails, same thing. If you go on vacation, send out an email. There's a little way to go back into settings. You can set an email to power back, and it'll say, hey, I'm on vacation, out of town. Now, remember, some of these vacation things do set you up for a little bit of an upset. If somebody knows, if somebody's calling and they're able to know your address and your phone number, it could be a problem. So you want to kind of weigh out some of those things, because then people know you're not at home and you're out of town. If it's business, if it's work phone, different story. It has people getting communication. I would invite you to leave a message that says, hey, I'm not available. Please check in with such and such. Here's the phone number. And a good thing, say the phone number slowly, 612-867-0104. And let me repeat that, 612-867-0104. Thank you. And give them that phone number and repeat it so that they don't have to go back and play the message over a second time because they might not have caught it. Some of us talk so fast and we leave messages and we want to talk like blah, 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 blah. And here's, once again, the integrity of follow-up on a message. Speak like you're speaking to the person, because you are. When they listen to that voicemail, aren't they hearing your voice? Well, then be responsible for that. Don't talk extra fast. Don't talk really slow because you think it has to be spread out. That sounds so goofy. Speak normally, as if you're talking to them. Picture them and speak to them. With emails, also, the one thing with emails and texting, please, I beg of you, do not try to communicate emotions inside of text messages or emails. I can promise you, I have tried every which way to share emotions and share in both email and text. It doesn't work. Texting and email do not deliver what I would call any of the nuances of communication. There is no context. Nobody knows whether you're happy when you say something, or sad, or mad, or glad. Therefore, be careful, be warned. I have upset and had to clean up more emails and more texts than I could sit and tell you over the next year, probably. I have been the biggest offender of that. And it took me a long time, especially when somebody says something or upsets you and you want to bang something out and throw it back. Nope. My rule of thumb, send the text or the message, write it, and before you hit send, stop, think about it, and then come back and take another look. Read it again. Sounds a little tough. Also, if you have a friend or a significant other, say, hey, this is what I'm thinking of sending. How does it sound? Be responsible. This is a dangerous messaging machine. Emails are dangerous. Texting, instant messaging, same thing. All of these ways have their own little world of integrity to be responsible for inside of communicating. And then you got to clean it up, because we don't know what kind of a mess we're talking into. What do I mean by that? If the person we're sending a text message to is upset, frustrated, mad, they're mad at us. When we send something, they're going to be reading it with that filter engaged. Doesn't work. Therefore, remember the workability of texting and emails. Be responsible. Do not send emotional stuff. Specifics, questions, answers, timing, scheduling. Other than that, if you have something to deliver in the way of a contextual communication, i.e., you want to have a conversation about how something occurred, or somebody said something, or they're in trouble, or you need to deliver something, do not do it. That's my coaching. Hope you enjoyed today's little conversation about the integrity of follow-up with texting, email, phone calls, and also instant messaging. Thank you for listening and watching. I appreciate all of you. And don't forget to leave a comment. Take care.
Coaching with Les has doubled my practice.
If you have any struggles in your business or your personal life, Les is your guy.
He's logical, he's empathetic, he has passion for helping people, and his ideas are genuinely thoughtful.
So if you're looking for a business coach with integrity, choose Les Hill.